Hello everyone and welcome back to another Football Nerd video. And today I'm going to be talking about Jeff Fisher's kind of surprising fire. And I'm saying kind of surprising because Rams fans may have seen this coming from a mile away, but quite to the contrary, uh, you know, Jeff Fisher got an extension last Sunday. Not yesterday, but the 4th of this month. And, you know, which had him, which made him, which put him under contract through 2018, but things didn't go as planned. As the Rams lost to the Falcons yesterday, 42-14. Jeff Fisher's Rams in their first season back in Los Angeles dropped down to 4-9 on the season. And ever since a 3-1 start, the Rams have been on a downward spiral to the point where they're not only losing, but they're getting blown out. And also yesterday, Jeff Fisher tied Dan Reeves, the former Denver Bronco and Atlanta Falcons head coach, with the most losses by an NFL head coach at 165. Yeah. The thing is that Dan Reeves did it in more games. It took more games for Dan Reeves to get to 165 losses than it did Jeff Fisher. Not to say that Jeff Fisher's a bad coach. I mean, overall, he is a 5.17 or a .517 or a .517. Yeah, I was trying to say that a different way. It didn't sound right. Yeah, you know how you go 500? Yeah, he had a 517 record throughout his coaching career, which may be over at this point. I think yesterday Jeff Fisher might have coached his last NFL game that he's ever going to coach. After taking over the Houston Oilers in 1994 for the fired Jack Pardee, Jeff Fisher has been an NFL coach every year since then, except in 2011 after he got fired by the Tennessee Titans before he joined the Rams. So, which I was reading stuff and the Rams brass were like, yeah, he's had some unique circumstances this year. You know, we're the only team to have moved and all, excuse me, and all this stuff. It's like, well, and I'm sorry it's so dark in here. Jesus, it doesn't look as dark as it does in the camera, but the thing is that oh. Oh, hey, that was Windows Defender telling me that no threats were found. It's cool. In two separate scans, apparently, the Windows Defender didn't find any viruses on my computer, which is freaking great. Okay, back to the thing at hand. So, Jeff Fisher had gone he didn't have a winning record in St. Louis slash LA, basically with the Rams. But he did make history very early on this year, back in January. Well, he helped make history by bringing football back, well, at least NFL football back to LA. And the thing is that I could argue the Rams brass of the argument that the team moved and, that's very unique circumstances, which those are, but the thing is that when the Houston Oilers moved to Tennessee and became the Tennessee Oilers for a year or two, Jeff Fisher did pretty decently. Not as bad as he did this year. But, yeah, whenever the Tennessee Oilers renamed their team to the Titans, as you know, they went to the Super Bowl. And surprisingly enough, had a wild card spot at like 13-3. That's like surprising. But then again, Jacksonville back then was actually good, and they won that division with a 14-2 record, and they only lost to the Titans that year, as a matter of fact, but that's beside the point. I guess the silver lining here is that, which some people believe that there is a silver lining to everything, and I believe that in some circumstances in the long run. Normally there's a silver lining in the long run, and the silver lining to Jeff Fisher getting fired, unfortunately, getting fired, which the silver lining there is that he will probably not own the record for the NFL's loss record as a coach. Not unless he convinces another team to hire him, which I kind of doubt that an NFL team would hire Jeff Fisher. Based on the fact that he kind of faced burnout in Tennessee, and he's not doing so well with the Rams and his age. I mean, it's just. Last night I was just thinking, man, we have gone this far. Mid-December, we have not fired an NFL head coach yet, despite the fact that we already had quite a few last year at this time, and that I thought that there was going to be a lot of head coaching turnover at the end of the season. Well, we know that one team will be looking for an NFL head coach. Let's see, who's the interim? Let's see, who is it? Yeah, now it gets suddenly bright. Let's see. Yeah, John Fossil. And that's Fassel, not like a dinosaur fossil. Okay? Yeah, so I think, yes, if you remember Jim Fossil, the former coach of the Giants, who actually preceded Tom Coughlin as head coach of the Giants, that's when Jim Fossil was coach of the Giants. Then that is his son, apparently. I thought it was Jim himself. But yes. Well, I wish the best of luck to Los Angeles in their head coaching search, which will commence in like 3 weeks. Yeah, because the season ends in 20 days. Unless they decide to promote John Fossil to be the head coach. But regardless, though, they will still have to interview people. So I wish LA luck in their coaching search, which will officially commence in 3 weeks' time from today, which will be January 2nd, 2017, the Monday after the season ends, which is quote unquote Black Monday, whenever a lot of head coaches get fired. So yes, guys, that will do it for this football nerd in the dark. So yes, guys, I will see you all later. Goodbye, guys. Thank you all for watching, and as always, go Panthers.